Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the calf rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
When it comes to internet, you want speed, safety, and simplicity. Luckily, Mid-South Fiber delivers. Keep your data secure with built-in firewall protection, set guest networks, and manage everything from screen time to device priority with the Mid-South Fiber app. It's internet that works for every room, every family member, and every business. Make the smart move for your home or business. Switch to Mid-South Fiber today. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, KSAM1017.com.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Paul Bowen Gym in Huntsville High School as we welcome you to the Lady Hornet Volleyball Countdown to First Serve on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me is Stephanie Keele here this evening as the Lady Hornets battle the Waller Bulldogs in non-district play. And we're glad to have you with us tonight. Stephanie, a Huntsville team that's coming off a great performance at their home tournament over the weekend, went 6-3, made it to the gold bracket of their tournament. They've been hosting this tournament for the last few years, but have found themselves in the silver bracket, but this year able to take that next step up to move up into the gold bracket and perform very well. Should bode well for them, especially against a Waller team that comes in with a lot of size and a lot of prowess, being a big favorite out of the 6A ranks.
Oh yeah, this volleyball team has definitely grown. We see that when we talked to Coach the last game against Leon. Despite the loss there, they did play very, very hard. They won a set. They went 3-1 against Leon, which is a very, very tough, competitive 2A team. So looking forward to see what they can do against Waller.
Absolutely. This is a Waller team that comes into tonight's contest 15-6 after the performances they've had in their non-district play. You look at how they did a year ago in a very, very stacked district. Finished 4th in 16-6A last season, was able to get into the postseason. Finished one game above Langham Creek to avoid elimination from the postseason. And you look at what they did in the playoffs. They were, unfortunately for them, a one-round exit, but a 5-set thriller with Magnolia West. So a Waller team with a lot of size into this matchup with a couple of players that are committed to play at the Division I level. So Huntsville's got a task in front of them this evening, but nothing that they surely can't handle going into this one. You talk about what they did in their post-tournament over the weekend. They opened the tournament 3-0, which is obviously a huge accomplishment right out of the gate, being able to get wins over Humble, Bryan High, Livingston, before getting into the bracket play on that Friday. Last Friday, they went 2-1, lost to Belton, but took down Temple and Caldwell to get to the gold bracket on Saturday. Lost to Madisonville, got a win against Caldwell, but ended up losing to Burleson Centennial to close out the tournament. Either way, still a great performance for this squad who, is still trying to find their footing in some ways.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Coach is working very hard with these girls, just trying to get them in a groove. You see that there was a couple of times during the Leon game and probably in the past tournament this weekend that they'd win 3 to 4 times several times throughout the matches. So I'm looking forward to see what they could do today.
Well, why don't we dive into our coaches combo? I had a chance to speak with Coach Hassel ahead of tonight's contest. He'll give you a full in-depth look into this team and what we should expect in a matchup of Waller and Huntsville. Here's your coaches combo with Cody Hassel.
Welcome back on the Lady Hornet Volleyball pregame show, getting ready for Huntsville versus Waller tonight in non-district play here in your coach's combo with Coach Hassel. Coach, coming off great performance at y'all's home tournament over the weekend, 6-3, 3-0 on the opening day. Just takeaways from that to lead us into tonight's contest.
I think the most exciting thing for us is in the last 3 years of hosting our tournament, we had such great teams here, and we ourselves didn't make the gold bracket. We've been in the silver bracket and finished well there, but if your tournament, you want to end in the gold bracket, and we did easily finishing, and tied for second place. There were 6 teams or 5 teams that were 5-1. So girls are working hard, responding. We still got some young ones. We had a great warm up today, so looking forward to seeing them come out and put that together on the court.
Looking at a Waller team you saw a year ago, just some differences from last year to this year that'll be a challenge for your girls tonight.
They have a really good setter, and apparently it seems like her little sister is also a setter. So instead of running a 5-1, they'll be in a 6-2 with a little sister setting the other half and her hitting. They're super athletic. They've got athletes similar to what we do here at Huntsville, and it's kind of been back and forth over the years, so we'll see what happens tonight.
A team with a lot of size you're up against. Just what have you been preaching to girls to be able to combat that?
We've been working a lot on blocking. We have a lot of size compared to several of the teams that we play, so that'll be good. A lot of things we've been talking about. Now they've got to go and execute way above the net.
You talk a lot about, just a lot of the young with the veterans on your squad. Someone you're looking to step up in this ballgame.
Krista Brinkley, our freshman, she's getting more confident every single day. She actually finished the tournament with a really good hitting percentage and finished day 3 really well. So let's see if we can keep that rolling.
And then last thing, Coach, just keys to pick up a big non-district victory before you continue along in this season.
The game of volleyball is serve and serve receive. If the team that serve receives best will win.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
That's your coach's convo with head coach Cody Hassel. As we continue on in the countdown to first serve, we'll step aside and take a commercial break. We'll get Stephanie's keys to the ball game tonight here for the Lady Hornets in just a few moments. Got more for you from Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School. This is Lady Hornet Volleyball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Kids have projects to finish, lessons to watch, and homework to turn in. Parents have rules to set. With Mid-South Fiber, your household gets the best of both worlds. Get safe, blazing fast internet with parental control tools to limit screen time, block distracting sites, and keep your kids on track. This school year, enjoy peace of mind with smart online time. Mid-South Fiber, where school ready meets parent approved. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Start your next adventure in an all-new 2025 Ford Expedition from Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Designed with meticulous intention and versatility, along with the spacious interiors families need for their busy lifestyles, makes the 2025 Ford Expedition the perfect vehicle. Its all-new multifunction Ford Splitgate allows easy access to the cargo area for larger items like kayaks or lumber. Hurry in today for a no-bull deal or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, KSAM1017.com.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Back in Huntsville, Texas on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network powered by KSAM Sports. Here on the Lady Hornets countdown to first serve, Carlos Zimmermann alongside of Stephanie Keele for this one tonight. Stephanie, it's time for your keys to the ball game, or keys to the match, if you will, this evening for Huntsville, a team that's going to have a task in front of them with a very size-heavy Waller team, a team that Huntsville has played close with over the last couple of years, but obviously would love a win in non-district play to keep boosting that record. What do they got to do to win?
So, kind of touching on what Coach said earlier, serve and receive is very important. I mean, they have Dakota Hebert that can hit and spike. She could definitely get the kills, and so it's important for Huntsville to make sure that they serve and receive very well. Kind of looking at Lauren Rigsby, she's going to be the kind of the person to look at in the back, being the libero, as well as Lainey Kulak. She is also back there and has a decent amount of digs as well at 19. Rigsby's at 37. So looking for that serve and receive, making sure they get it to the setter, so then that way they can get the kills on the opposite side and just kind of work the ball around.
And the other thing, big thing for Huntsville tonight, the attack's going to have to be on point as well. But one thing Coach Hassel touched on in our pregame talk was the ability to block very well, but again, to combat Waller's size. So that's something that they said they've been working on in practice. So obviously Huntsville is prepared for the defense of Waller, and their defense is going to be able to step up big as well. So that's your keys to the match for this evening's contest. As we dive into around the district and how the standings are looking so far out of 17-5A. On the non-district side of things, Montgomery leading the way with a lot of college commits on that squad, so they're leading the way at 15-6 on the season. A&M Consolidated and Brenham are tied right now at 11-5. College Station 7-4 so far through the non-district slate. Rudder at 10-9. Lake Creek 8-8. Huntsville 11-9. So you got to think this is going to be a district that's going to be tough on all fronts, but Huntsville, compared to last season, is going to be in the conversation to try and compete for a spot in the postseason.
Yeah, and I think Huntsville is going to keep working and keep growing, and that's the thing as a team. The atmosphere is really important. Volleyball is such a team-played sport. You have to have someone to dig the ball, so then that way you can have a great set for a great kill. And that's something that Huntsville has been able to do recently, of what we've seen against Leon, just them kind of communicating against each other, so then that way they're not fighting for a ball. We see that a lot, and so then that way we can mediate the errors that will happen on the court.
I think another big thing that Huntsville's going to have to lean on tonight is that senior prowess that they have on the squad as well. Taylor Shaw is going to get a lot more time out there on the court for sure. Sophia Moreno, who had a great game against Leon on our last broadcast, so she's going to have to step up big. And then the junior, Chloe Lehman, she's going to have to be big for the Lady Hornets in this ball game. She kind of had that down game against Leon, but she's the kind of girl that will not let one game phase her. She's going to have to bounce back in a big way to help her team out the best way she is possible, and that is with her attack on both ends of the floor. So we'll see how things fare for the Lady Hornets on that front tonight. On the other side of the standings coin, we flip over to Waller's side for the Waller listeners that are tuning in from about an hour and a half away to the southwest of us. Here's how their district is looking right now. 16-6A in Region 2. Obviously, district play has not begun yet, but obviously you want to get a look and see what their teams are going to be looking like. Cy Ranch is currently undefeated in non-district, 11-0 so far. Bridgeland at 12-4. Cypress Woods 13-5. Waller at 15-6. That's the kind of like big separation between the top half of the district and the lower half, because Langham Creek has started 6-11. Cy Springs 5-12. Cy Lakes 5-14. Cy Park is 2-8. So there's already a discrepancy, and Waller's just going to be trying to fight for top four spot just like they did a year ago. So we'll see how things pan out on that side of things. All right, when we come back, we will give you some final thoughts and the national anthem, and the starting lineups for this evening's contest will come your way here in just a little bit. More to come from Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School. You're listening to and watching Lady Hornet Volleyball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Be back in a moment.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the calf rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
When it comes to internet, you want speed, safety, and simplicity. Luckily, Mid-South Fiber delivers. Keep your data secure with built-in firewall protection, set guest networks, and manage everything from screen time to device priority with the Mid-South Fiber app. It's internet that works for every room, every family member, and every business. Make the smart move for your home or business. Switch to Mid-South Fiber today. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Back at Paul Bowen Gym, Huntsville High School for non-district contest tonight. Visitors from Waller taking on the Huntsville Lady Hornets tonight on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Carlos Zimmermann with you this evening alongside of Stephanie Keele. Stephanie, as the teams go through their final warm-ups here, just some final thoughts going into this matchup. Should be a good contest. We'll see how things pan out, but just some final thoughts going into as we get ready for lineups and the anthem.
Yeah, I think Waller has some size, but so does the Hornets. They have kind of like a dynamic duo, really, is Annabelle Mira and Peyton Dennis. Those two, I believe against Leon, they did a great job getting some blocks in. So did Moreno as well. So that would be essential just to defend against Dakota Heber, who's just the main person that really spikes and kills it.
Yep. Heber coming off of reaching 1,000 career kills at Waller, so you got to think she's going to be a main person to watch for tonight, as well as their junior setter in Sasha Keys, who's already committed to the University of Texas at El Paso. So someone to keep an eye on, a junior setter that's already committed to go play some good D1 volleyball. So that's another one that we will be keeping an eye on tonight. Heber herself committed to Colby College out of Kansas. So teams have wrapped up the warm-ups. I'll turn you over to public address announcer Jessica Hassel for the lineups of this evening's ball game, and of course our national anthem will come your way in just a few moments. Here at Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School, that'll do it for the Lady Hornet volleyball countdown to first serve. We're moments away from first serve here tonight. Waller and Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Stay with us as we send you down to the floor with Jessica Hassel.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station. This broadcast is copyrighted by KSAM Sports for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transitions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. The following is a presentation of KSAM Sports.
Live from the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods, we welcome you to Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network for Tuesday Night Volleyball, presented by Bill Fick Ford. Tonight's non-district matchup features out of District 16-6A, the Waller Bulldogs making the trip to Huntsville to take on the Lady Hornets out of 17-5A. Here tonight in Huntsville, Texas. As we welcome you inside the broadcast booth, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me, my good friend and broadcast partner, Stephanie Keele. As the teams are on the floor ready to get this one underway tonight, Stephanie, this should be an excellent contest. Two teams just trying to gain some momentum into the brunt of non-district play.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see what these girls can do. Waller is a very tough team with 2 college commits, so looking forward to see what the Hornets can do for us today.
Tonight's video broadcast is being presented in 2K Quad HD with a 4K Ultra HD enhanced presentation. Closed captioning is also available for the hearing impaired, as it'll be Waller that will open the serving here tonight. So Huntsville get an opportunity to go on the offensive attack early. And we'll see how the Lady Hornets fare in this evening's contest. Glad to have you with us on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Sasha Keys back to serve it up, and we're underway in Huntsville. Moreno had the early attack, but Lady Hornets trying to respond. Too much with that one. That's on from the near side. Leah Abercrumbia with the attack error, and it puts Huntsville on top early.
Yeah, great job from Huntsville, just keeping an eye, making sure that they're not going to hit the ball when it is going out, and that kind of helps with the points.
Chloe Lehman with the service. Waller with a chance on the offensive attack, and that pans out. Kill on the far side, Madison McCain to knot the matchup at 1 apiece. On the floor for Huntsville, Carissa Brinkley, who was someone that head coach Cody Hassel highlighted in the pregame. Annabelle Murrah, Lainey Kulak, Lauren Rigsby, Sophia Moreno, Sydney Pascal as well. Here's Murrah with the attack, dug out by Keys. And here's Dakota Heber, like we mentioned, but a nice dig for Pascal. Sets Moreno up for the backline kill. A Mid-South electric kill for Sophia Moreno as Huntsville collects the point.
In volleyball, it's really important to find this open spots. There's only so much that you can coverage. So Moreno being able to find that empty spot in that corner is perfect, and that's how you get points.
Peyton Dennis and Claire Jackson check into the game. Jackson at the service line. Last game against Leon, it was Huntsville that had a lot of aces go their way as be a free ball opportunity for the Bulldogs from the middle. Not the greatest of attacks from McCain. Sets Peyton Dennis up, but good job by Waller keeping it alive. Joust at the net. Brinkley keeps it alive. Another joust at the net. Dennis almost with the kill, but it will be a blocking error charged to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, something you see a lot is when the girls are fighting, jousting on that net. It's really important to make sure that you keep your arms up, not hit that net, and that's the issue that we see a lot of times.
Attack error for Dakota Heber. Starting to build a run here for the Lady Hornets, a little mini 3-0 run out of the gate to take the early 4-1 advantage. If you're just joining us, Carlos Zimmermann with Stephanie Keele on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Just getting started here in non-district play between Waller and Huntsville. Claire Jackson nearly had an ace and a free ball opportunity for the Lady Hornets. Jackson the set, far side, Brinkley. That one a bit too strong with that swing. And a point for Waller as they side out.
The good thing that you see from these Lady Hornets, they got some power behind their spikes. Sometimes it's a little too much, and that's what we saw right now.
Cecilia Lara with the service, and a good one at that. It'll turn into an ace for the Bulldogs to cut the deficit to 1. That was something Huntsville struggled with against Leon, a couple of aces that kind of swayed the momentum in the direction of the Cougars last Tuesday night. Attacking Moreno once again, that time she handled it, and that will be a lift on the part of Caitlin Winfrey for the Bulldogs, and the error gives Huntsville the serve back as they side out.
Smart play from Brinkley just to kind of dip it over, just so that way you can get some points on the board. She did a great job.
5-3 Huntsville as Moreno serves that one up, but Heber looking for the kill, and she tolls it through off the block of Brinkley and Dennis, and it's 5-4 in favor of the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, you can see in Heber's wind-up, she definitely was getting ready to kill that one. Great job from the Lady Hornets just trying to be there and get that block.
Of course, Heber committed to Colby College in Kansas. She's coming off of her 1,000th career kill. Puts her team back within 1. Sydney Keys at the line, and that's going to be called. That's going to be called in by the line judge here on the near side when that ball looked like half a foot out.
Yeah, it looked out to me.
That's just a tough break for the Lady Hornets, and we're now knotted up at 5 after that one. Again, volleyball, a game of momentum, and sometimes those calls sway the momentum. Heber, not the greatest of kill attempts, but it'll work. A little extra spin on that volleyball puts Waller in front for the first time, as it was tied 1-1 earlier in the match. Keys staying at the service line. Haskell with the reception, Brinkley with the soft touch, but Torres with a nice job keeping that one alive, and Pascal will just have to send it over to Waller. Sasha Keys with the kill on the near side. Extends the Bulldog lead.
Yeah, Waller's getting that momentum coming up. The Lady Hornets need to stop that momentum. And we'll see what they can do here.
I mean, it's something we talked about last week, just a case of some mistakes, and that's what allowed the Leon game to get out of focus as Lady Hornets just struggling to keep this one alive, but they do on the free ball. And they're going to say that Waller was in the net on the attack, so point Lady Hornets to stop the run.
Great job by the Lady Hornets just fighting for that ball, making sure they keep the rally in.
The Hornets battling here. That one just in on the back line for the Waller Bulldogs, and now the teams trade points. So 8-6 if you're just tuning in favor of the Bulldogs. Heber at the service line. Jackson the set, Lehman with the teardrop, but sent right back over on the overpass. This time it's Dennis to try and tool it through, which she does, and Waller couldn't recover.
Great job by Dennis. She saw the girls moving up, trying to get that dip over, and that's exactly what she did.
It's 8-7, Huntsville down 1. Joust at the net, and it turns into a point for the Lady Hornets. Murrah right there to cover it, to knot this matchup at 8 apiece. Kulak at the service line. Always trouble when she's serving it up with the way she just does. As Ballette looks for the kill, Murrah keeps it alive for the Lady Hornets, but no one's there to go cover it. Points continue to be traded here early on in set 1. Kristen Nichols, the sophomore libero, at the service line. Sets up Lady Hornets. Lehman blocked away, though, by Waller. Here's Murrah with a try into the net. Trying to continue the run here. And the Hornets looking to kill it, though. Ballette sneaks it through and able to get a Mid-South electric kill out of it. 10-9 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Kulak had a great setup point. Just makes the ball easier to get the ball over, get that spike out, and that's how you get points.
There's Lauren Rigsby, talked about her in the countdown to first serve. She's at the line. Waller trying to set things up. Keys to Keys, and that one in on the back line. So the points continue to be traded here. No one really gaining much momentum, as it'll be the younger Keys to check out Sydney Keys, and Leah Abercrombie checks back in. Sydney's older sister, Sasha, at the service line. Kulak the set. Moreno, kill. Out. Just tilted her arm there just a little too much. She keeps that one a little bit more straight. Obviously, she's worried about the block, but very good swing. Could have resulted in a point, but Waller extends their lead now to 3. Moreno will try again. Heber keeping it up for the Bulldogs, but it will be a free ball for the Lady Hornets. Lehman right there to play it to Kulak to Murrah.
Great job by the Lady Hornets, getting full circle with a set.
On for a moment there, it was going to get a little dicey when Lehman played that one, but it worked out to perfection for the Lady Hornets, and the aforementioned Lehman to the service line. Great serve. Not a great setup for Waller. Deep on that middle line that time for Sasha Keys, and all the chance for Murrah and Brinkley to block it away, and it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, that ball kind of went away from Keys, and Heber was trying to spike it, just went into the net.
Lehman with almost a picture-perfect serve, but just a bit too much. That'll go down as a service error and point back over to the Bulldogs as they ultimately side out. Madison McCain to serve it up. Good hesitation there by Murrah to get a better swing, but a chance for the Bulldogs. Heber. And it goes into the antenna, as one line judge alluded to, but either way, point for the Lady Hornets to get the game back within one.
When you have two tall blockers come up at the same time, it's intimidating for the spiker to get it over the net. And that's what they've been doing.
Jackson with a service ace for the Lady Hornets, first one on the night.
She is 16 now for this season. And we're just getting started.
Yeah, I mean, you're 20 matches into the season, and a lot of that was tournament ball play, so it's shorter games, so you got to love that out of one of your younger players on the squad. Heber looking for the kill, and she'll knock that one down. Back and forth battle continues in this non-district contest. Waller 14, Huntsville 13, and Lara back at the line for the visitors. Overpass and out.
That was a tough dig there. It's kind of hard when the ball is so close to the ground.
Yeah, it's just good placement there for Lara at the service line. Back in front are the Bulldogs by 2. Pascal with a good reception that time, but it'll instead turn into a free ball opportunity for Waller. Too much that time for Leah Abercrombie. The attacker Gibbs. Chance for the Lady Hornets to side out, and stop me if you heard me this before, Stephanie. Back and forth we go. Here's Sophia Moreno. Eber. No full swing that time. Chance for Huntsville. Nothing that time for Ballette. And that one off the freshman Brinkley. And a reception error that time for the Lady Hornets. Turns into a point for Waller. Back and forth this first set. Excellent start for both of these teams. No one able to really pull away. The biggest lead really on both sides has been 3. And it will grow to 3 as Pascal couldn't handle that one in an ace for the Bulldogs. And a timeout has been called by Cody Hassel. We'll keep things right here, though, and I want to let you know you can listen to today's best country and all your favorites wherever you may be. With the KSAM mobile app, it's in your app store for Androids and iPhones now. Take your hometown radio station with you in the car, at home, while you're out on a run. Wherever you may be, download the KSAM mobile app today. 17-14 Waller, if you are just tuning in here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. With Stephanie Keele, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Glad to have you with us this evening. Stephanie, back and forth battle so far. Like I said, right before that last point for Waller, no one's really been able to find that chance to pull away, but you're at that stage of the set right now that there's an opportunity on the cards for Waller, and that's why Coach Hassel called the timeout.
Yeah, and you kind of like to see it be this close. Gives a fighting chance for both teams, but the Hornets have been doing a very good job communicating with each other. They did have one mix-up for communication, but other than that, they've been doing a great job talking to each other on the court, and that's very important.
So out of the timeout, 17-14 Waller. Sydney Kays, the freshman, at the service line for Susan Foy's squad. Pascal with a great reception, sets up Dennis in the middle.
Dennis has been doing a great job just finding the spots on the court. It's important for your taller people near the net just to be able to get those spikes down.
Pascal with a great serve, and it won't be a best of opportunities for Waller. Just got it off the tape. Here's Lehman, but Keys down to get it. Sets up Hebert on the far side. Blocked at the net. Lehman and Dennis. Now near side. Blocked again, but out. Something Coach Hassel talked about in our pregame. Being able to work on blocks during this week to combat Waller's size. A couple of good ones right there. Just that last one couldn't keep it in play. Jackson the set. Ballette looking for the kill, but Waller keeps it going. Free ball. Chance for Huntsville. Ballette, too much.
Ballette is wanting a kill. She's wanting it.
So Waller able to stretch things out to their biggest lead of the contest so far, 19-15 with Hebert at the service line, off the tape. Dennis, teardrop, kept up by Nichols. Keys with a picture-perfect kill.
You know, Keys may be a setter, but she can definitely spike. That's for sure.
And Cody Hassel will call his second and final timeout of the set to try and calm things down. 20-15. Huntsville down in a hole, but not out of trouble yet. After this quick message from KSAM, we'll bring you the rest of set number 1 here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Back here in Huntsville, 20-15, Waller with the advantage so far here in set 1. With Stephanie Keele, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Glad to have you with us tonight, wherever you may be. See my friend Julian Casanova checking in the chat. Julian, appreciate you tuning in, my man. Former Huntsville Hornet on the gridiron, which we'll talk some football here in just a few moments, as Lehman, not the greatest of sets from Jackson to try and set her up. She says, my bad, and Waller out to a 6-point tilt. Hebert on a run here at the service line for the Waller Bulldogs. Waller trying to recover here. It's going to be, wow, I mean, that's impressive. Sasha Keys, with her body turned an opposite way, able to still find a way to put it over the net, and Waller starting to pull away.
You know, Dennis was there trying to keep her hands up, just wasn't able to stop it.
A little too much on the net there, and a little too much on that serve from Hebert. Result in points for the Lady Hornets as they're able to side out.
Great eye by Pascal, just being able to make sure that that ball was out.
I mean, if you're about a foot in front of that back line and it's above your head, let it go. She did just that. Here's Lainey Kulak, the senior setter. That knuckleball serve works more often than not. That one, was trying a little too much with that one, Caitlin Winfrey. It's Huntsville a little bit closer into this deficit, now down 5. And best of 5 here in non-district play. Teardrop there from Kulak. I don't know if Waller was quite ready for that. Good placement there. Lehman with a swing, blocked but kept alive. Ballette ready for it, but the back and forth will continue. Free ball, Keys. Pascal keeps it up, so does Kulak. And Moreno sends it back over. May have been out there, but Lady Hornets battling, but couldn't keep it alive as they were falling back.
Moreno did a great job on that rally, just trying to keep the ball alive, being behind Lehman when the spike was blocked, doing a great job out there.
And a service error on the sophomore defensive specialist, Kristen Nichols. Gives Huntsville an opportunity to try and cut more into this lead. 23-18 in set number 1. This set, of course, brought to you by our friends at Mid-South Fiber Internet. Rigsby. Down to get it was Nichols. What a dump, but they're going to call a ball handling error on Sasha Keys. Not sure if she agrees with that call, but pans out for the Lady Hornets. Now down 4. Kane looking for the kill. Rigsby dug it out, but right back over to Waller. It doesn't matter.
Waller was not expecting that ball to come right back over.
No, they were not.
That was a great dig by Rigsby. I mean, that ball had some power behind it.
It's not exactly what you want to do, but it works as Rigsby stays at the service line. Heber to get way down to get it. Keys, too much. Want a tip, does Waller, they don't get it, and here comes Huntsville storming back in set one, and Susan Foy's seen enough.
Rigsby has had several great serves so far. I mean, they were all really low to the ground, makes it hard to dig up. She's done a great job serving behind that line.
We got a 2-point ball game as Huntsville has built a 4-0 run on the back of a few Bulldog errors, and that's allowed the Lady Hornets to creep back into the picture. In set number one for the Lady Hornets, brought to you by Mid-South Fiber Internet, as find themselves only down 2 and Rigsby still at the service line. Again, any point that Huntsville gives up sets up set point for Waller, so if you're Huntsville, you got to find a way to continue this rally at least by 3 points. And by that point, you're in position for set point. Again, a Huntsville team that went 6-3 in their home tournament, knocking down some quality opponents on the way. Trying to do that tonight in non-district play against our visitors from Waller. Out of the Waller timeout. Well, we were going to get back to play, but our down judge is conversing with the scorers table to make sure, I believe, if personnel is correct out there on the floor, and I think that's exactly what they're looking at.
You know, this timeout was kind of crucial because Rigsby was in a groove. She was going, and so was the rest of the Lady Hornets team. So when you take that timeout, you're stopping the motion, the momentum that they had.
Rigsby will try to keep it up here. Nichols the reception. McCain for the kill, and she got it.
You know, Pascal tried to dig that up, kind of hit on her right arm, bounced out towards the bench.
So set point for Waller here, 24-21. Be Sasha Keys, junior at the line on set point. Oh, and the Lady Hornets were just out of rotation, if you will, for lack of a better term right there. So no one was there to play it, and Waller able to take the opening set 25-21. Huntsville fought like tooth and nail in that opening set, so Lady Hornets going to try and respond on the other side of this commercial break. So Waller in front early here in set number one, taking it 25-21. Set two comes your way when we return to Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School. More to come when we come back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
When it comes to internet, you want speed, safety, and simplicity. Luckily, Mid-South Fiber delivers. Keep your data secure with built-in firewall protection, set guest networks, and manage everything from screen time to device priority with the Mid-South Fiber app. It's internet that works for every room, every family member, and every business. Make the smart move for your home or business. Switch to Mid-South Fiber today. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Start your next adventure in an all-new 2025 Ford Expedition from Bilfick Ford in Huntsville. Designed with meticulous intention and versatility, along with the spacious interiors families need for their busy lifestyles, makes the 2025 Ford Expedition the perfect vehicle. Its all-new multifunction Ford Splitgate allows easy access to the cargo area for larger items like kayaks or lumber. Hurry in today for a no-bull deal or shop online at BilfickFordHuntsville.com.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, KSAM1017.com.
One set down. Hopefully 3 or 4 more to go tonight as we welcome you back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Waller taking the opening set 25-21. Huntsville fought hard, though, in that set to keep things alive. Built a little bit of a run there at the tail end of the set to bring us to where we are now here in set number 2. I'm Carlos Zimmermann alongside Stephanie Keele for this one tonight. The Lady Hornets heading back out there onto the floor, rocking the black jerseys this evening. Waller in the road maroon. For this set number 2, I will say Stephanie will be your play-by-play gal for a lot of the ball games that we'll broadcast here, especially as we get into district play. So for set number 2, I will hand the play-by-play reins over to you, Miss Keele.
Thank you so much, Carlos. Yeah, the Lady Hornets have been doing a great job. Everyone's been doing key things to make this ball game move. And that's why it was so tight earlier, and that they were able to rally back as well.
And a critical thing here, Stephanie, for the Lady Hornets, they'll be able to start at the service line, be able to go on the defense first to see what Waller's going to set up with to open the second set.
Yeah, Rigsby is on the line, ready to serve. She sends this one over. And comes a spike, but it's out. Torres was trying to get something to happen for the Bulldogs. My bad. Rigsby with an ace. How about that? Bulldogs were not ready for her.
No, Rigsby put herself in a good position there and found the spot in the defense that was a little bit soft, and Huntsville with a good start to this opening set, or to the second set, I should say.
Rigsby sending it over.
Same spot.
Good dig. Pascal digs that one out in the back. Lehman was trying to get that outside hit, but was not able to.
And Pascal did a good job there just keeping that one alive, but the set was not where Huntsville needed to be. Wow, what a reception that time.
Yeah, McCain has some power behind her, her hits and her sets. It's a great job by Pascal just being able to dig that one out.
That point right there, this is why we're in a stoppage right now. Susan Foy complaining that that was not a blocking error on her squad, so that works out for the Lady Hornets to extend their lead.
Lehman sends this one over and sets it up for Heber, and it's out. Great job by the Lady Hornets just keeping an eye.
Yeah, with Lehman at the service line, and she's always been able to put things together well in her junior season. Comes from quite the family. Her mom, the head track and cross-country coach here, Kathy, and her older sister, Kylie, was a 4-year varsity.
Great job by Lehman there. She was able to get that one in the back line.
Turns into a service ace for the Lady Hornets, and they've got the early advantage. Their biggest lead of the night.
Lehman sends this over again.
Whew.
Setting it up. Moreno tries to get this one in, but Waller comes in with double blockers.
Yeah, good blocking tandem there that time of Heber and Elena Frank. To take that one away from Moreno, as I believe on the block of Moreno it tipped the antenna, so that's why it goes Waller's point.
Laura with the serve. Moreno unable to dig that one out.
Yeah, they've been really attacking that weak side for the Lady Hornets.
Laura serves this one. And Justin in the corner. Tough spot. Moreno and Rigsby thought it was out.
Yeah, it's tough for that back line to see where that one was going, but it just tailed down at the last second, and Waller able to start building a run here with Laura at the line like they did in the last set.
Pascal with a good dig. Rigsby setting it up, but it's a free ball. Waller with Heber, but it's out.
That one, lead was out. About half a foot on the back line off. And Lady Hornets able to catch a break inside out.
Dennis checks in. Jackson now on the line for the Lady Hornets.
Couple aces tonight.
Her serve, it's not an ace, but it's out from Alina Frank, trying to get too much power. We saw her, I think, earlier try to get a hit in, just has too much power behind it. Jackson serves this one over, just out. Jackson has been an essential server for the Lady Hornets. I mean, she has 16 aces. One of the leaders on the team on that front. And that one just off the right side of her hand. That's why it tailed off to the right there on the back end of that serve. Sydney Keys serves this one for the Bulldogs.
Oh, goodness.
And a miscommunication with the Hornets. Pascal digged that one up.
So Moreno's going to check out here. Brianna Torres will return for Huntsville as this back and forth battle continues in set 2.
Keys again with the set. Rigsby digs Pascal digs this one up, and Dennis was trying to punch that over, was not able to get it.
Yeah, just a little bit off the right side of her knuckles.
I mean, she saw the big line coming up towards her, trying to dip it over them. Keys serves this one. Pascal serves it. Good dip over by Jackson.
Wow.
What a...
Jackson with a beautiful dig out of that one.
Pascal setting it up. Rigsby blocked.
Good job by Torres right there at the net.
Heber trying to get something moving for Waller, unable to. Heber again. Pascal with the good dig. Torres tries to send this one over. Heber just able to get it. Rigsby was there. She just wasn't able to get underneath it.
Good effort there by Huntsville. Good play on both sides. Waller, unfortunately for Huntsville, gets that point, but you love the fight.
Keys.
Into the net.
Into the net.
Love that.
It's a rare thing seen by the Keys sisters, but it happens to everyone.
It does. It happens to the best of us, and it gives Huntsville a chance to catch their breath as they side out. And the young lady that's at the line, Brianna Torres, who was a big part of that rally, it's giving Huntsville a chance here.
Torres sends this one over, and Keys tried to dip it over, but Bastel was there.
Man, she had to reach back for that one.
Yeah. Keys. Man, Torres was there. She had the dig. It just, when it's that close to the ground, it's kind of hard to get underneath it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you do all you can on your end to try and keep it going. Just didn't pan out for you.
Heber is here to serve for Waller. Good setup. Massalet was trying to get that one moving. Keys again blocked. Good job by Torres trying to get this back. Massalet again, I'm telling you, she's due for one.
She is. Oh, beautiful.
McCain tried to get one in, but the dynamic duo of Dennis and Brinkley said no, no.
That was just a great job. Two of the younger ones on this squad. Brinkley, the freshman, right there to play that one beautifully.
She's done a great job so far as Pascal sends this one into the net.
And that's something you don't want to do after you're able to get a big block like that and get burned with a service error. But a lot of time still in this set to recover as Nichols heads the line.
Nichols sends this one over. Torres receives. Lehman with the dip over. Torres is doing a good job receiving over there. Massalet blocked.
Great job by Ballette just with the awareness.
Good job by Lehman. She just dipped that over.
Oh, man. I don't even know if Chloe was expected that to happen, but picture perfect dump there by Lehman to knot this matchup at 10 apiece.
I think she was just trying to get it over.
Yeah, at that point, just do what you can. Here's the knuckleballer.
Waller gets that one.
Yeah, Ballette that time just a little bit too much sauce on that kill attempt there. Yeah, again, a young player.
I'm telling you, she's due for one. She's been all over the place trying to get a kill. She's doing a great job for the team. Keys with the serve. Pascal kind of saves this one for the Hornets. Free ball. Blocked.
What a dig.
Dig by Torres. Great job. Heber. Great job.
That was Laney that time.
Yeah. Laney Kulak did a great job just not being scared. Because some of the serves those hits are coming in hot.
Yes. Can't have fear like that as a defensive specialist and setter.
Sasha Keys sends this one over. But McCain doing a great job for Waller, just being able to find spots.
That one right on the sideline, and Huntsville's got to find a way to side out here and just lock in, or Cody Hassel will be forced to call a timeout just to try and stop the bleeding.
Keys sends this one over. Torres digs this one up, sets up.
Ballette.
Great job by Ballette.
You called it.
I did. I told you.
She was going to get that Mid-South electric
She was
kill
do it.
at some point or another.
Moreno checks in for the Hornets. So does Rigsby. Rigsby now on the line. Sends this one over. And it just hits the tip of the net.
Just off the tape, and it just was an unfriendly bounce. It's one of those 50-50 ones on the tape where you think, oh, this may have a chance to go over, but it just was not kind of Rigsby that time.
McCain serves this one over. Pascal digs this one up. Moreno. Pascal sends this over. Set up for Heber. Blocked. But it went out. Great job by Mira. And I believe that was Lehman.
Lehman that got up there as well. I mean, it's one of those things you got to turn the arms in to try and set that block up.
Moreno tries to send this one over, but blocked by Frank and Laura.
Yeah, Waller's starting to find some juice here in set number 2. It's paramount, the Lady Hornets side out.
McCain. Pascal digs that one out. Lehman sends it over. Heber tries to get this one, and it is blocked by Mira. And
oh my goodness.
Did they call blocking?
Yeah, they're going to call a blocking error on Huntsville.
That was a great job by them, though. They had it. That was the perfect play.
Yeah, Lehman and Murrah were right there to play it, and Cody Hassel will wisely call timeout here. But tough break there for Huntsville. They get a call to go their way, does Waller, but Huntsville will need to adjust here in this timeout.
Yeah, Huntsville's been doing a great job just finding areas, making sure they get their blocks. I mean, they have had a couple of times where they've blocked Waller. They just haven't been able to get it down.
Yeah, that's the case of, like, you got to be able to just turn your hands just a little bit so that you're not facing towards the outside, or else, because, I mean, the players like Heber and the Key sisters were able to put a lot of power behind those swings. The ball can go errant. So it's a matter of just turning those arms in and down to be able to get the block to go your way. And it did that time, just unfortunate blocking error called.
McCain still on the line for the Bulldogs. Kane sends this one over. Pascal receives. But not the greatest set by Kulak. She was trying to find someone on that outside.
Yeah, and it's a tough spot to be in, as the pass wasn't where it needed to be.
Kane sends this one over. Rigsby receives. Lehman gets that one over. Heber comes down, and it is in the backside.
Allowing Waller here to just continue to pull away in this second set.
Well, when you have McCain serving, she's been essential for the Bulldogs as she sends this one over. Rigsby sits. Moreno trying to get that one, but Heber is blocked again. It just went out. I mean, I'm telling you, they have a great job over there blocking with Mira and Lehman. They're doing a great job blocking. It's just, it bounces off the arms weird. As McCain sends this one over. Moreno, teardrop, but just outside.
It was the play. It's the smart play. It's a smart play right there by Moreno.
She definitely was the spot. She knew what she was doing there. Torres checks in for the Hornets as McCain sends this one. Torres was trying to receive that, but Laura comes down with it.
Yeah, those overpasses, they'll kill you every single time. It's not what you want to do right there, and this has just been all Waller here in set two. While we have a pause in the action, Stephanie, we got a Big Time Coaches show coming up, a Labor Day edition at that on Monday night.
Yeah, coming up Monday at 7 p.m. It's Labor Day edition of Huntsville Hornet Nation Coaches Show, live from Chick-fil-A in Huntsville. Carlos Zimmermann and Brian Adams will talk to new head coach Todd Mabus, Hornet players, and some special guests.
Yes, indeed.
Join us at the restaurant or watch live on the KSAM YouTube, as well as 101.7 KSAM on the air. I listened to it on my way home yesterday.
Yeah, it was a great show last night. And Coach Mabus and Coach Wiley, two of our guests, they are in the house tonight.
Kane sends that one over. Lehman had a good dig there. Torres trying to get something happen for the Hornets. Lehman again, and just too much power behind it.
Well, they called the tip. They called the tip. So, well, now they're going to change it.
Okay, yeah.
I thought for a moment Lehman had another shot in the Mid-South Electric Hill, but just did not pan out.
Kane sends this one over. Lehman with a great job by Mira being able to get that ball down.
Did it with the left hand too, did Annabelle Murrah right there. That was good placement there.
A little crafty from her.
Stops the bleeding. Now you got to start to build a rally here like he did at the end of set 1.
Lehman to serve. But unfortunately, Keele said a perfect.
Just a perfect
just
tip
perfect,
over.
Yeah, for Laura. She just kind of tipped that one over.
Just found a hole in the defense to set up set point here in set 2.
Laura sends this one over. Pascal trying to dig that one up, but a little low. And that will conclude this set. Hornets were fighting, just unable to keep up with the Waller Bulldogs. We will be right back with a commercial break, and then we'll bring you more action here at Paul Bone Gym in Huntsville.
Kids have projects to finish, lessons to watch, and homework to turn in. Parents have rules to set. With Mid-South Fiber, your household gets the best of both worlds. Get safe, blazing fast internet with parental control tools to limit screen time, block distracting sites, and keep your kids on track. This school year, enjoy peace of mind with smart online time. Mid-South Fiber, where school ready meets parent approved. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the calf rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. This one tonight here at Paul Bowen Gym. Waller takes set number 2, 25-12. Lady Hornets going to try and respond here. I want to remind you this broadcast of Lady Hornet Volleyball is presented by Bill Vic Ford, No Bull, Just Good Deals, and brought to you by our friends at Mid-South Fiber Internet, local fiber internet that you can trust. Stephanie, good job on the play-by-play there, as you'll be our play-by-play gal for a majority of these games this season once I step away with Huntsville Hornet football, which, by the way, kicks off on Friday night in Brenham. Going to be an exciting time, to say the least, for the Huntsville Hornet football squad on Friday night. If you can't make the trip out to Brenham, you can join us right here on the KSAM YouTube channel and over the air on KSAM as well on the radio side. Our friends Dave Finucci and our old buddy, our former executive producer, Jordan Smith, they're going to have the call for you on Friday night in Brenham.
Yeah, and if you're looking to stay up to date with all Lady Hornets volleyball on our social media pages, updates of playoff matches with broadcast dates and times are found on Facebook, Twitter, or X, and pages as well on KSAM 1017.
Yes. So off we go here into set number 3. It'll be Keys, Sasha Keys, to start things off. It'll be Rigsby from the middle, but didn't have enough air on that one.
Yeah, great job by Rigsby, just trying to get something happening, and just unfortunate that I wasn't able to get enough air.
So the UTEP commit continues at the service line. It'll be Torres from the near side, nothing there. Sets up McCain for Waller. Dipped in on the back line.
Yeah, McCain did a good job just finding that corner. It's hard for you to be able to dig that one up, especially if it's in the far back corner as well.
Difference here, Huntsville was able to get out to early leads in the first 2 sets. It's Waller this time in set 3, the potential winning set for the Bulldogs. That one's going to kiss off the antenna, though, on the set by Kulak, and another point for the Bulldogs. Firm well believe that would have been a Mid-South electric kill for Lehman, just a little too much sauce on the set. Haskell the set here. It's Torres looking for a kill. Waller to McCain. Blocked, but out. Lehman and Murrah were in the right spot. Again, just trying to adjust on the blocking.
They've been doing a great job so far in the past couple of sets, just being there. They were able to get a block earlier in the last set.
That'll go down as an ace for Sasha Keys, and Cody Hassel will call a quick timeout. While we have the pause in the action, a 5-0 early tilt for Waller. I want to remind you this broadcast is brought to you by Mid-South Electric Co-op. Visit midsouthelectric.com to learn more, and also brought to you in part by Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day. Looking ahead for the Waller Bulldogs and what's to come for them after this one, they will head to the Legends Invitational Tournament in College Station. Their first matchup will be against Bridge City on Thursday. That is a 1 o'clock scheduled first serve for Waller. On the flip side for Huntsville, which I'll get pulled up for you here in just a second. It's coming up for them. They will be heading to another tournament action. They're going to be at the Legends Tournament as well, taking on Freeman on Thursday to open up their tournament play in CSTAT. There's a point for the Lady Hornets. Murrah pushing that one through.
Yeah, great job by her, just kind of tipping it over, finding that spot.
That'll work good for a Mid-South electric kill to get the Lady Hornets on the board here in set number 3. Here's Chloe Lehman at the service line. McCain, a rare swing on the second touch. Torres teardrop, but Keys right there to play it. McCain will try again. Lehman keeps it alive to Torres. Now the freshman Brinkley not able to get enough air on that one.
Yeah, it seems like she kind of hit on the bottom part of her palm, bringing the ball down. That's what Coach was kind of showing earlier, like kind of pop it up.
McCain will go to the line. Murrah into the net.
Same kind of situation earlier that we saw with Brinkley.
7-1 in favor of Waller. Make that 7-2 as McCain gets burned with a service error.
It's a great thing to see. McCain doesn't do that very often, so you kind of take what you can get with her serves. When she gets it out or when she hits it in the net, it's important for the Hornets.
Jackson back at the service line as she checks into the game. That'll be an attack error, that time charged to Leah Abercrombie. And Abercrombie came up a little ginger on that one. So Abercrombie going to be helped off the court here. You hate to see that.
I think she fell awkwardly after that spike.
So we continue to tend to her and get her over to the bench. Again, something you don't want to see, but crowd will give her an ovation. It is a point for Huntsville. And Jackson will continue here at the service line. Attack error that time. Elena Frank Burned with that one in Huntsville, and able to start building a little mini run here. Down 7-1, now only 7-4.
With Jackson behind the line, she kind of helps this team get that momentum going. We've seen this earlier with a couple of sets.
That one that time, service error. Swung it a little too far to the left, and that gives Waller the point on the side out. So 8-4 here in set 3 in favor of the visiting Bulldogs. Here's Cecilia Lara at the line. Torres getting up for that one, and that will end up working out. A Mid-South electric kill for Brianna Torres.
Yeah, great job by Torres. She's tall. Saw 2 blockers come up. Quickly
Did you
decided.
say she's tall?
No, she's saw.
Okay,
sorry.
saw.
2 blockers come up, and she decided to last minute dip it.
Don't let her size fool you, and she shows it right there with the ace on the back line.
No. I'm short too, so tiny but mighty kind of thing.
I love it. It's allowing Huntsville here to get back into this fight here. Oh man, another near ace for Torres, but she digs that one out, heads up on the bench. It'll go way out of play. Good effort there by Bree. Try and keep that one alive, but the kill works out for Dakota Heber.
Yeah, Torres was trying to dig that one out. It hit more towards her wrist. Just bounced off towards the bench.
It's the freshman Sydney Keys to the service line, Sasha's younger sister. Torres went down to get that one, just keeping that one up for the Lady Hornets. Thought for a minute it hit the floor.
I think so did everyone else. That was a great dig by Torres. That was almost one of those Julian Edelman kind of things.
Yeah. Good effort, but the rally will continue here for Waller. Huntsville trying to side out. Needing to win set 3 to keep the match going. And that will be a service error for Sydney Keys. If I'm Huntsville here, you got an opportunity to build some momentum, capitalizing on Waller errors. And that's going to be an ace for Sydney Pascal.
She has 10 so far now. She was the second leader behind Claire Jackson.
Works to perfection there as it's cut the deficit to 2, looking for another, but Waller ready for that one. Keys to Keys. That will be a bad pass there from Claire Jackson. One of those you just let go and let Sydney Pascal behind you take it.
Yeah, she did one of those last-minute arm out.
That'll be an ace for Waller, as Torres mishandled that one.
Yeah, it hit awkwardly on her upper arm.
That one a better set. Jackson's got to fight for that one. Wow, where did Peyton Dennis come from?
She was trying to dunk it.
Wow. I don't even know if she threw her arms at it or whatever. I think she just threw her whole body in there, just trying to find a way to put it over the net, and it worked.
Dennis was over there playing soccer for a second.
Hey, I mean,
soccer volleyball is a thing.
it is. I think I've seen that on the Ocho every now and then. Huntsville able to side out. McCain, I don't think was able to get a full swing, but it works.
McCain kind of came in at an awkward angle, but still was able to get some power behind it. Torres was trying to receive it, but...
It's that flick hit that some volleyball players are able to do. Ballette looking for a kill, but kept up there by Cassie Webb, whose name we haven't called tonight. Murrah, good placement. Mid-South electric kill in the books for Annabelle Murrah. Trying to keep her squad alive here in set number 3.
The Hornets have been doing a really good job of watching the blockers come up and being able to dip it and find the spots that are missing in the court.
It's McCain tooled it, but the Lady Hornets recover just out on the dump over by Torres. That was almost perfect placement. So Waller able to jump out to a 4-point lead as looks like we're gonna make sure the substitutions are being subbed correctly. And that's what our down judge is checking right now as Sydney Keys looks to exit for fellow freshman Elena Frank. It'll be Sasha Keys at the service line with her squad up by 4. Torres getting up for that one, but Waller able to keep it alive. Just alive on the dump over. Wow, Torres with a swing on touch 1. Rigsby the dig, and Murrah keeps it going. Frank, right to Rigsby. Kulak, Murrah. That one kept alive though by Waller. Frank looking for a kill, way out.
Great job from the Hornets there. I mean, that was a rally.
It's a rally that can, call it a heart-thumping rally, one that'll just make you check the rate for a second on that, on your Apple Watch, but Lady Hornets did well there to stay alive. Here in set number 3, Chloe Lehman to the line. That one kind of a sitting duck, but Waller kept it going. Frank will try again, flick kill, and it worked. Brinkley checked back in there for the Lady Hornets during the stoppage. Will they go her way here? No, they go to Torres. Blocked at the net. This time Rigsby from the back line blocked again. That one all on the arms of Cecilia Lara.
Lady Hornets trying to put some power behind their spikes. Waller just has that height.
That one just kissed off the tape. A lucky bounce that just went the way of Waller. Here's Heber looking for another kill. Rigsby right there to play it. Torres gives some air to it, but a chance for Waller from the middle. McCain, Brinkley, or rather Pascal with the save. Murrah at the net, almost perfectly placed, but Waller keeps it alive in a free ball. Huntsville looking to respond. Kulak, Murrah, dug out by Keys. Frank looking for the kill. Pascal the dig. Torres looking for one, but Waller right there to play it. It's Heber looking for the push kill. Pascal right there. Murrah with a joust at the net. It's won by Waller.
That was a tough fight. Murrah was trying to get in there in the last second, just wasn't able to keep that ball from going over.
Timeout called by Cody Hassel. As the teams continue to battle, just an opportunity for the Lady Hornets to try and catch their breath. We'll do the same thing. Be back after this quick message here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
When it comes to internet, you want speed, safety, and simplicity. Luckily, Mid-South Fiber delivers. Keep your data secure with built-in firewall protection, set guest networks, and manage everything from screen time to device priority with the Mid-South Fiber app. It's internet that works for every room, every family member, and every business. Make the smart move for your home or business. Switch to Mid-South Fiber today. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
(17-11) in set 3 in favor of the Waller Bulldogs as we're back to play. Brinkley looking for the push kill, didn't get it. Heber far side with the flick. Kulak right there to Rigsby. Torres gonna have to get way up for that one. From the middle, McCain. No, there's no way. There's no way that's out. Thank you. Golly, that's a foot behind the line.
Waller fans over here saying it was out as well.
Yeah. When the Waller fans are saying it's out, you know it's out. As we continue play, Heber looking for the kill. There it is. (18-12) Waller closing in on this 3-set win, but Huntsville trying to stay in the fight. Overpass, though, will not work.
Yeah, that one hit off awkwardly for Torres.
Laura stays at the service line with her squad up by 7. Torres, that one going the wrong direction. Pascal with a good effort. It's going to have to take a swing of a lifetime from Rigsby, but just short of the line.
Great fight by the Lady Hornets.
That was a good effort there by Rigsby just to fight on that one and at least give your team a shot. That one out. So service error. Allows Huntsville to side out. As Ballette checks back in. For Rigsby, and Torres will go to the line. To set up for Heber. Blocked away by the Lady Hornets. Tandem of Brinkley and Dennis.
Lady Hornets have been doing a great job with their blocks today. I do have to say there was a couple that they weren't able to get, but they were there. And they had both hands up, 2 blockers. So that's perfect, and that's exactly what you want to see.
Lady Hornets down 6. Waller 5 points away from putting this one to bed, but Huntsville going to try and stay in this fight. It's Frank that couldn't get the full swing into the net. It goes, and the Lady Hornets hanging around here in set 3.
Yeah, Frank was trying to dip it over the net, just came short.
Well, Brianna Torres with a good run here at the service line, and it perfectly drops in for an ace.
Eber was moving back.
Yeah, she was thinking someone else was going to get to that one. That builds now a 3-0 run for the Lady Hornets to cut the deficit to 4 here in set number 3. Torres looking for another ace. She got it! Timeout, Waller.
Check out Torres. She's been doing a great job digging up almost impossible balls and being able to just serve on the line. Getting some points for the Lady Hornets.
Great effort at the line right now for Torres. Got to keep that up here as they come out of this timeout momentarily. Want to remind you, this season of Huntsville Lady Hornet Volleyball is presented by Bill Fink Ford. No bull, just good deals, and also brought to you in part by Mid-South Fiber Internet, local fiber internet you can trust. And also brought to you by our friends at Mid-South Electric Co-op. Visit midsouthelectric.com to learn more. And brought to you by our benevolent hosts here in the Huntsville ISD. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day. If you're just tuning in, Waller takes set 1, 25-21. Set 2 by a wider margin, 25-12. But the Lady Hornets showing fight here on the brink of a loss here in set 3. Brianna Torres with back-to-back aces. Looking for a triple. Not this time, though, as Waller able to get their set to Heber. Blocked at the net, but kept alive by Nichols. Heber will try again, this time able to get it over the block of Brinkley and Dennis.
Yeah, Jackson and Ballette was trying to get that, like they had a little bit of miscommunication. Brinkley was able to get that block on Heber the first time.
Sydney Keys to the service line for the Bulldogs. Chance for Huntsville, though. It's Ballette near side, blocked away, but Torres right there to play it. Dumped over by Jackson, just kissing off the net. That one just clearing the net that time for Heber. Here's Ballette with a run-up. Keys just on the back line. And Waller's starting to feel it. Admire that fight, though, out of Huntsville on that rally with Torres at the service line. Got to find a way to side out. You're not out of this fight yet. Service error. Couple of those tonight for Waller have allowed Huntsville to gain some momentum, and they're going to have an opportunity here as Pascal, another one of those stellar serves that Huntsville's able to get out of him. And that will work as it was. I think that did that go under the net?
I think it went like.
Or just, I think it went under. Like I couldn't tell, but either way we play on. Huntsville down 3, trying to stay alive. Keys looking for a kill. Oh my goodness. The tape has been kind to Waller, as that one had just enough spin, and it's their point.
Keys has been getting decent amount of kills for Waller as well.
Tieber at the service line. Huntsville's got to side out if they want to avoid match point. It's Dennis trying to find the line, but Nichols right there to play it. Oh my goodness. Good effort by Waller as one player had to dive over another, but Lehman was right there at the net, ready for it.
I believe that was Sydney Keys. She wanted to keep that ball alive.
And she did for the moment as it went over the net, but now a chance for Huntsville. They avoid match point for Waller, and Lainey Kulak at the line. Try and build more momentum. McCain dumped over. Kulak trying to keep it alive, but ends up going to the floor, and here's match point for the Bulldogs.
Hornets doing a good job just trying to stay into this fight. Just because it's match point does not mean the game's over.
Nichols the serve. Here's the chance for Huntsville. Ballette looking for the kill. She'll get it.
There you go.
The Mid-South electric kill for Lizzie Ballette. Stays match point for Waller, but Huntsville not backing down.
Ballette has 2 on the night, I believe, but she should have a lot more. She was all over the place trying to get some kills.
Match point for Waller, looking for the win. It's Keys, too far. Want a tip, they don't get it. And Huntsville staying in the fight here, down 2, the closest it's been since early on in set 3.
Hornets trying to stay calm and collected, but still amp each other up, saying that we got this.
Nichols plays the serve. It's McCain looking for the win, blocked at the net, but out. And Waller able to take the match.
That was a great job by Murrah. Just trying to get that stop. Heber has an arm, just wasn't able to get it. Kind of bounced off a little awkwardly on the arms, but they did a great job.
You admire the fight out of Huntsville this evening, but the cards just did not play out for them as they dropped this one 3-0 to Waller. But lots to look forward to as they get ready for more tournament play coming up later this week and more non-district play to come up next week. As we'll transition now into our post-game wrap-up. We'll step aside and take a break. Waller wins the match 3-0, but Huntsville, a lot to be proud of out of this one tonight. We'll bring you post-game. We'll see if we can get a word with head coach Cody Hassel when we return to Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Welcome to be back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network as we dive into the post-game wrap-up. Coach Hassel joining us now. Coach, a tough loss tonight, but your girls still found ways to just claw and scratch their way through this ball game. Just some thoughts from this one.
We do like a mindset minute before practice a few days a week, and last week's word of the week was grit, and this week's word was effort. And we just talk about, can we be identified as a team that has grit and gives everything we got every single point. And I took the time out at 11-17, not to say anything, to strategize or anything like that, just to tell them I was proud of them. That was the kind of fight that, fight for every single point, swing hard, try to figure out a way to do it. And if that last block was 6 inches the other way, we might be at 24-24 and seeing if we can't squeeze a 4-set out of it.
Just the way they've just been able to build the chemistry throughout the games we've been able to see, and just how do you hope them to just, be able to take these losses in stride and to be able to turn it into some momentum?
If there's a difference between losing and getting beat. Waller's a good team. That third set we gave everything we had and we still came up 2 points short. I don't like to lose, obviously, but I can walk away with my head held high and say I'm proud of the girls in the third set, and even in the first set as well. We've got several girls that are under the weather right now. We do not feel our best, and it happens every single year this time of the year. So I told them, we just got to figure out a way to dig deep and give what we got, and they fought hard tonight.
You got more tournament play coming up this week before you have 2 non-district matchups here next week. Just some things you'll look at in film to continue to just, as a lot of coaches say, get better as you close in on district play.
We like I said in the pregame, it's a game of serve and serve receive. So we'll need to get a little better at serve receive in a couple of spots. But, our hitters did a decent job tonight. Like I said, Waller's a good defensive team. They're big, so when they put big people in the back row, they cover a lot of ground, and it's easier for them to get stuff. So we just got to keep fighting and figure out how to disguise some of those hits and get that ball to hit the ground.
One more thing. You got a lot of good play out of your bench play. Brianna Torres was one in particular. I'm one of the more smaller people on the court, but wasn't afraid to go up and go for some hits. Just what did you like out of her?
She's a go-getter, and, soccer's her primary sport, but she's not afraid to get in there, and we had a couple other girls that were under the weather that didn't see action tonight, but it's because they just couldn't go, and so we had to have some Bree stepped up there off the bench for us, and I'm proud of all of our girls for keep fighting, fight till every point.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
And as we get ready to wrap things up here once again this evening, Waller takes this one 3-0 over Huntsville tonight. But again, as Coach Hassel said, proud of the girls and being able to work their way in the fight of this one. Stephanie, just some final thoughts before we say goodbye.
Yeah, I think the girls played great. They fought very hard, like what Coach was saying. You could not tell that they were under the weather. I mean, they fought for every single point. They went up for every block. They tried to get the kills, just didn't go into their favor.
Well, they have an opportunity to reset. They got tournament play coming up later on this week, and then they'll come back here to Paul Bowen Gym on Tuesday night. As they're going to be, it's going to be a little battle of I-45 coming up on Tuesday night next week. Huntsville versus Madisonville, a rivalry on the volleyball court. That's there's a lot of firepower in it, so we hope to have you join us for that here in-house at Paul Bowen Gym. Ticket information's online on hornetnation.info by clicking on the tickets tab. We'll have the broadcast for you if you can attend for the battle of I-45, Huntsville and Madisonville next week. The pregame, the countdown to first serve will begin at the conclusion of the junior varsity match, and then we'll get started with our ball game approximately at 6 o'clock coming up next Tuesday. So that'll do it for us here tonight from Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School. Again, Waller takes this one 3-0. Want to remind you this broadcast of Lady Hornet Volleyball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmission or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM at Huntsville High School athletics is strictly prohibited. For our good friends back at KSAM, our operations manager in Brian Reeder and general manager Tim Johnson, for my broadcast partner Stephanie Keele, and our executive producer Justin Hardcastle, I'm Carlos Zimmermann, wishing you a great rest of your Tuesday afternoon and evening. We'll see you next Tuesday night here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Don't forget, join us Friday night. Huntsville Hornet football taking on Brenham to open the season. Pregame begins at 6:15 p.m. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night. God bless. So long from Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School. And on the count of 3, Stephanie. 1, 2, 3, Stingham Hornets. 1, 2, 3,
Stingham Hornets.
Good night. From the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods, Huntsville, Texas.